Today I am going to demonstrate first law of thermodynamics, that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. One form of energy can be converted into another form of energy, and the total energy in the universe remains constant. In order to demonstrate this, I made a small setup which has three components. First one is this pipe. This is the MS pipe where I attach two elbow on both the end. One is PVC elbow and the other one is MS elbow. This elbow I am going to close with this butch. The second component is the 200 ml plastic bottle where I attach one balloon, and third one is 4 to 5 inches long PVC pipe where I attach another balloon at one end of the pipe. Let us start our demonstration. For that, we will place this bottle at this end, and we will pour certain amount of water here, and then close the butch. Then we need to provide heat. So let's go to our kitchen to heat it. I am adding water to this pipe. Now you can see the level of water in the pipe. There is no water in the bottle. I am going to close this butch. You can see I am heating one of the end of this pipe. I am supplying energy to the water molecules. Due to this energy, the water molecules will vibrate. When maximum molecules will get sufficient amount of energy, the interspace between the molecules will increase, and we know that if interspace between the molecules will increase, the volume of the water will also increase. That we can see. So you can see previously there was no water in the bottle, but now there is rise in the water. There is water level is increasing, which means we can infer that the volume of the water is increasing due to increase in the interspace between the molecule. Now if I'll cool this water, again the water will cool down, intermolecule distance will reduce, and water will go back to its normal volume. On heating, when intermolecular distance increases, the force between the molecules also decreases, and due to which the water converts into vapor, and that you can see in this balloon. The balloon is blowing. In previous discussion, we have seen the changes occurred on the volume of the water due to heating. Now let us see what happens with the balloon. So we're going to repeat this experiment again. So I am going to lit my gas to heating. Water converted into vapor, and that vapor goes in upward direction in the bottle. Bottle already has certain amount of air. Vapor mixed hot vapor mixed with that air present in the bottle, and making the air hot. We know that the hot air is less denser than the cold air. So that is the reason the air present in the bottle goes in upward direction on heating, and that air fills in the balloon, and balloon is blown. Now I replace this bottle with this tube. Observe the changes on this balloon. As we observe, the balloon attached to this tube blown bigger than the balloon attached to this bottle. Why? The reason is this tube has comparatively less area than this bottle. That's why we know that if area is less, the pressure will be more, and if area is more, pressure will be less with same amount of force. This balloon blown bigger than this balloon. What I did till now. So I demonstrated you first law of thermodynamics, how I heated the water converted into vapor, and that vapor resulted to blow the balloon. Here, one form of energy, that is heat energy, is converted into another form of energy, that is work done to blow the balloon. Hence, it is proved that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. One form of energy can be converted into another form of energy, and total energy in the universe remains constant. I have a complementary demonstration for you on pressure. For that, you need one transparent bottle and one balloon filled with water. You can see this balloon is not going inside the bottle. I'm going to lit. I'll drop. See, the balloon is completely immersed in the bottle. It is because when I put lit paper in the bottle, the available oxygen was consumed by the fire. So pressure in the bottle reduced, because immediately I placed balloon on the top. So there was no scope for the surrounding oxygen to enter in the bottle. That is the reason the pressure decreases, and we know the tendency of each and every object. That object tries to go towards the lower pressure. Now we need to extract this balloon, but it is not possible unless we will increase the pressure inside the bottle. So what I'll do, I'll take this straw and I'm going to blow air inside the bottle. So here, so when I blow air inside the bottle, the pressure within the bottle increases, and that pressure start to push the balloon in upward direction. So it become possible to take out balloon from the bottle. Complementary demonstration was done to show you that every object tries to move towards the lower pressure region. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.